Infinix Nigeria has released a new addition to its product line of the Zero series, which is the 030. This latest smartphone portfolio is suggested to bring a new premium experience to its users. And tech influencer and creator Cyril Okoye, also known as Cypher, tells us more about the device. It's nice to meet you, Cypher. Thank you so much for joining us on Tech Trends.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Tell me, Cypher, what do you think Infinix was trying to achieve with the launch of the 030 smartphone?
I think Infinix was going for the perfect device for vloggers. I think one of the special features, the 4K 60 frames per second selfie camera, they created something that would be perfect for everybody. Gen Z, older person, content creator, everyday guy. Get your phone, bring it out, take the perfect selfie, video, create something that would last forever. So I think they wanted a device that would create stories for people.
Tell me, Cypher, as a tech influencer and creator who has handled the device, what are your thoughts?
For my test so far, I think it's an amazing device. I took it for a spin, took it to Landmark, tested the 108 megapixel camera. I got a lot of good photos. I won't lie, like it exceeded my expectation. The front camera, same thing. Took a lot of good videos, pictures. I even made videos and asked my followers on IG to rate the camera, and I got a lot of good replies. They loved it.
Now, for many smartphone users, one of the qualities or features that they look out for when trying to make a purchase decision is the camera quality. How has Infinix been able to elevate the camera experience for users with the Infinix 030?
Oh, they did a lot. Like, normally when you see upgrades from most brands, it's just one or two things and they just repackage and throw it out. But with this, it was a whole new package. For example, they made a better main camera. It had a lot of options. For the price point, you hardly see smartphones with 4K 60 frames per second, but this one had that. Selfie camera too, you had 4K 60 frames per second. For this price point, competing brands or competition brands will give you 1080p or even 2K. So having 4K 60 frames, not even 24 frames, 60 frames, that's smooth. It's a lot.
What more can you tell us about the significance of the front camera resolution and frame rate, that Infinix has introduced for vlogging on the device?
Okay, so there's a feature I like. It's really, really exciting. It's called double take. So instead of having two phones, for example, as we're having this interview, instead of having two phones, for example, one camera facing you, one camera facing me, I'll just use one device and I'll use the double take feature. And I can record you while recording myself. And we have two takes. And when I'm done, I have two 4K quality videos separately, and I can edit and make one good YouTube video. It's amazing, like you hardly see it on most Android phones. For example, now, if you are the one making the video, so the selfie camera is facing you, while the main camera is facing me. So the screen will be split into two, and we can see each other, separate audio, separate video, and when you're done, it will save separately.
Can you share 5 things that you find most interesting about the Infinix 030 device, Cypher?
Well, 5. I can go more than 5, but let me stick with the 5. Now, one of the features that is mind-blowing is the refresh rate. So for example, the average high-end brand has 120Hz refresh rate. This device has 144 refresh rate. So what that means is that the speed of scrolling, gaming, watching video is very fast. So per 1 second, it refreshes 144 times. So that's just one amazing part of it. Another thing, it has a curved screen. So when you're digesting media, it's more immersive. So every movement from end to end. So for example, if a car is moving till it passes to the end of the screen, you can actually see the movement. And it's an AMOLED screen, so it means colors, everything is sharp. Another thing about it is the battery. The battery is something, I feel people don't talk about it that much. So it's a 5G device, which means it has very good internet quality. So with good internet means the battery drains fast, but not with this device. So it has a 5000 mAh battery, and even with 5G, I'm saying gaming, downloading, you can actually use the phone for 24 hours. I don't want to call brands, but I'm not sure there are many devices that can do that. Another thing about the phone that's amazing, let me see, the speakers. It has a dual stereo speaker. For that price point, it's kind of hard to find that because, so every phone has like a cost to make it. So for example, most brands will give you speakers, good screen. Then they will take away, let's say, maybe refresh rates, or maybe give you a mono speaker. But this phone has dual stereo speaker, which is amazing. So if you are playing game, you're hearing Dolby sound very clear, or if you're holding the phone by the edge, you still have another speaker to give you good sound. So it comes with a 68 watts charger, and an average flagship phone takes an hour 45 minutes to charge. This one takes 30 minutes to charge from 0 to 80, and for the battery to not spoil over time, 0 to 80, 30 minutes, and it would charge from 80 to 100 very slowly to actually keep your battery healthy. So that's one thing amazing about that.
5G is the in thing now. Is the 030 5G compatible?
Oh, the 5G band on the Infinix Zero 30 is really good. For example, most devices have 2.5 gigahertz speed for hotspotting. So for example, now let's say your device is a 5G device. So if you want to hotspot someone, or if you want to hotspot your laptop, the speed is at 2.5 gigahertz. But with this device, you have 5.0 gigahertz. So that's like the exact 5G speed you're getting from your phone, you're giving out. It's really fast. You can get up to, depending on your area, but you can get up to 1 terabyte speed from this device.
For the average person who would like to buy this device based on, all the features that you've highlighted, how affordable is it?
It's actually affordable because what you're getting is flagship quality for that price point. It's about 318,800, if I'm right. And for flagship devices, you don't get that, especially with the features: battery, camera, refresh rate, chipset. I forgot to mention chipset. It has a Dimensity 8020 chipset. That chipset has a benchmark score of 600,000 plus. Now, when I say benchmark score, every chipset, every device has a benchmark score. So it's like the ranking to how good that device is. So for that price point, you don't get that chipset. So it's mind-blowing.
What kind of target audience do you think will be most attracted to the Infinix Zero 30?
I think it will be within 18 to 35, or even more. Why I say 18 to 35 is because every young person wants to create a story, maybe without even knowing it. It's either you're a content creator, or maybe you're someone that just likes to take good pictures or video, or you're out partying, or with your friends, or with family. So it's a device for everybody, but mostly creative people.
And as a tech influencer and creator, how would you rate this device?
As a tech content creator, I would say I'm not someone that is easily pleased, because whenever we get a new device, we have to dissect it and say, okay, are they packaging us, or is this the real deal? So if I would rate this device, I would say it's amazing. It has a lot to offer. And I can say this year, I haven't seen a lot from most smartphone brands, especially for the devices that are not that pricey. So to get a device like this with a good chipset, multitasking, good camera, good battery, I would say it's for the price point, I would say it's one of the best I've seen this year.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Tech Trends Cypher. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you for having me.